Hello, Tubies. Are you ready to die? Yeah? We're all gonna die. Just kidding. This meat looks a little nasty. You're like, oh god, what happened to it? It's been in the fridge since Tuesday. I don't know how long meat is allowed to be in a fridge for. It says best before March 27th. What fucking day is it, Tubies? Apparently it's March 27th, so we're gonna use this meat today before it goes bad. Woo, motherfucker, we got some carrots, we got some celery, we got some onions, we got some bacon. You're like, what the fuck are we making? We are making the last meal ever on this channel. Like, ever. We're never, ever making another fucking meal again on this channel because this is a witchcraft channel, not a fucking cooking channel. You're like, okay, calm down there, little sister. So before we get to the slicing and the dicing of the vegetables, we're gonna be slicing and dicing up this crap. You're like, you still haven't told us what you're making. I'm making whatever the fuck I want to make. You got a problem with that, motherfucker? Motherfucker? Do you remember in our last video when we were ranting and raving about how there's, like, stupid people on TikTok? I haven't ever heard back from Miss Ambi. I think she left. You're like, oh god, what the fuck is that? Remember when we made the pot roast? That is the leftover business from the pot roast. And I'm going to take the fat out and use it to cook up the bacon and the meat, which we're just going to shove into a soup. Oh, can this break? There we go. Right, Tubies? We're kitchen witches now, okay? We're hippy dippies. I thought about doing a new series. I've got this crystal store by me where the crystals aren't too expensive. Just gonna turn that on to like a 3.5. And we're gonna cut this bacon up. You're like, bacon in a soup. Why not, motherfucker? I also don't have any potatoes because I just don't. So we're gonna use all of this bacon as a potato substitute for extra protein. Now, we're probably going to have to not use the grease, obviously. So we're just going to be cooking the meat in the fat that you saw me pull out from there. Let me move this over so you can see more of what I'm doing. Because apparently every time I go to edit these videos, I'm like, these people can't see shit. Like, I don't know what you're watching for. You're like, we're learning how to cook food because we don't know how to cook food. If you are actually learning how to cook food from my channel, girl, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it horribly, horribly wrong. Oh my god. Let me tell you a story. So I went on TikTok and I made this video about how people don't know the differences between spirits and negative entities and, or no, what was it? Negative entities and negative energy. Negative entities. Negative entities and negative energy. And the reason I made that video is because somebody on TikTok made a little TikTok series rant thingamajig. No, it wasn't me. And they were saying that negative entities are the same as negative energy. Now, I have a feeling that Lunar Wisdom is probably sitting out there being like, well, honey, negative entities are nothing more than negative energy. I mean, at the end of the day, technically an entity is nothing more than energy, specifically energy that we give it. But there is a difference. Because an entity is usually something that's like mythical or like existed at one point, like the Morrigan, right? Yes, she's energy, but at the same time, she's also an entity. She's not a negative entity. I mean, that bitch can be a negative entity. We are gonna throw this meat in there. This is, what the fuck is this? I think this is like boneless veal stewing cubes. Oh. Okay, so we're going to be eating dead baby cow. For those of you who are vegan, get the fuck off my channel, because you know that we ain't vegan here. We ain't no Cindy fucking Lou Who. We slicing up dead baby animals, and we eating them. Now, I'm cooking up this meat to add to the... It's not a stew, it's like a soup. Okay. And this is great if you're poor and you're pathetic and your life is useless, like mine. Okay? My life is poor and pathetic and useless. And you know how we do things on the Witchy Show? We add a lot of salt and we add a lot of pepper. Okay, so just really salt that shit up. You're like, that's probably not good for you. Just do it, Tubies. Now, I'm turning this temperature up to about a 5.5 because we need this meat to cook. We need the meat to cook. I need to go get my vape so that I can tell you my story, because you know I can't fucking tell stories without a vape. And we need a new slicey slice. Because we don't want to cross-contaminate, motherfuckers. You're like, oh, you practice safety, kitchen? No, bitch, I practice fire safety. I have a video coming on that soon. Woo, motherfucker! Okay, let me go get my vape. And I'll be right back. I also went and got the bay leaves, and I'm running out of bay leaves, and I don't know if I have any more bay leaves, and I can't remember in that vlog that we did a long time ago where I was like cleaning shit if I have more bay leaves. So if I have more bay leaves, somebody will let me know. And why did I put my spoon in the fucking sink? Motherfucker. Remember, people, beat your children with wooden spoons. You're like, this isn't the 90s? I don't think you can tell us to beat our children. Then get off of my channel. It's really that simple. So this person was talking about how negative entities and negative energy are the same thing. And we need to wash this shit. And I'm probably going to use all of it. Now, somebody had said that celery does add flavor to soups. I still call bullshit. But they were talking about the leaves and how the leaves are the ones with the flavor. And then somebody else was like, oh, I don't like the taste of celery. Motherfucker, celery doesn't taste like anything, okay? You fucking crazy. So we're going to chop off the leaves, basically. And this is going to go everywhere, isn't it? This shit always goes everywhere. Anyways. So, this Cindy Lou Who, it wasn't actually Cindy Lou Who, calm the fuck down, was talking about how, like I was saying, negative entities or negative spirits are the same thing as negative energy. And they were basically stating that you can use, you know, your sage and your little Wiccan banishing spells to banish negative entities and all this other stuff. Now, it really depends on the entity that you're working with, but first of all, let me tell you this. Negative entities and negative energy are complete opposites, okay? Like, one is a physical, well, not a physical, but it's a manifestation of an entity in your house. And the other one is usually energy that you or somebody else brought into your house, right? Like, you ever go to Walmart? Fuck's sakes, don't go to Walmart. Walmart is horrible. But you ever go to Walmart and you come home and you feel icky and gross because maybe there was some asshole in Walmart who was all like, I don't know, just being a dick or whatever? How much celery do we need to add to this? Like, I've got this whole thing of celery left, and there's already so much celery in here. See, look at all that celery. You're like, oh god, that's a lot of celery. So I think we're going to save this last piece of celery We're gonna slice up this onion because I can. And while this meat is cooking, I'm gonna throw some of this onion in there. You're gonna fail at peeling the onion again, aren't you? Abso-fucking-lutely, because you know how we do things here on the Witchy Show. You know how we do things. We just fucking butcher a whole onion to fucking peel the skin off. I tell you, there is no easy way to peel a fucking onion. Okay. I'm gonna slice this fucker in half. And we're gonna put in a bit of onion into... You know what? We're gonna throw these huge chunks in here. You're like, you probably should have put the onion in for... Listen, bitch. It's all gonna go in the soup anyways. And you're probably right. I probably should have sliced up the onion a little bit smaller, but that's what a wooden spoon is for. When you're not feeding your children with it, you can use it to, like, chop up the onion that's in here. Right? Maybe don't beat your children. I don't know. You do you. But when social services comes banging at your door to take your child away, don't come fucking crying to me. So, you're like, as a victim of child abuse yourself, should you even... Yes. Yes, I can. Why? Because I'm that privileged. Anyways. We're gonna add a little bit more of the onion. Okay, so we're gonna slice up some of the onion here and put it into the soup. Not a lot of it, probably all of it. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just making shit up as I go. So, this person was all like, oh, you can use your, like, Wiccan banishing spells, because they're, like, I guess they're Wiccan or whatever. And you can use your Wiccan banishing spells, and you can call upon your matron and your patron and banish the evil entity out of your house, and they're really great for exorcisms. And I'm like... First of all, y'all need to fucking Google your shit, because if you're learning witchcraft off of TikTok, I mean, TikTok's great for, like, witchy tips or, like, inspiration, right? Like, it's like Instagram or Facebook groups. It's great for inspiration. It's not so great for, like, actually learning witchcraft, because I don't really think you can get anything off of TikTok in terms of learning witchcraft. With YouTube, like, absolutely. Like, there's whole channels dedicated to teaching you all about... Look at this. Look at these leaves. Look at these nasty-ass leaves. Oh, these carrots. Oh, we need to use these carrots. Motherfucker. These carrots are a little soggy. Or a little limpy, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. They're like limp penises. That's what they are. Limp penises. Okay? Pussy magic and limp penises. So we're just going to chop up all of these carrots. And use them all. Oh, crap. See, this is what happens when I cook. Shit goes on the floor. I don't understand why. But, like, motherfucker. You're like, there's still a lot of carrot there. Zip it, Cindy. So, yeah, no, it was just kind of, like, annoying in a way. And I was just like, I don't think you know what you're talking about. So I made this, like, TikTok. And I was like, you people need to really, like, do your research and Google shit. Because I don't think you know the difference between negative entities and negative spirits. I mean, negative entities and negative energy. Fuck, I get the two mixed up all the time now. And I don't know. That's my story. But oh no, that's not my story. My story is this. So, like, some person commented on my TikTok video and they're like, oh my god, like, you're so salty. Like, I'm leading. TikTok is supposed to be for, like, new witches. And you're just, like, fucking gatekeeping everything. And I'm like, listen, bitch. If I was gatekeeping shit, I'd be like, no, you can't do this. No, you can't do that spell. No, you're white. You can't do this. Or no, you're not this, or you're not experienced, or you're not that, or whatever the fucking case may be, right? Like, I am not a gatekeeper. I'm a salty-ass motherfucker for sure, but I'm not a gatekeeper. So we're gonna throw in our broth. Remember when I told you people don't fuck? Ew, what the fuck is in the bottom of this? Ew, is that dirt? Ew. You're like, ew, what is that? That's the shit from the, what's it called? When we did the pot roast in the crock pot. It's like the shit that was on the bottom of the crock pot thingamajiggy. So I'm also, oh, that is not enough liquid in here. So we're going to fill up a little bit. Well, we're going to wait till the meat's in there because God knows how much liquid I actually need to put because the meat will offset the liquid by a bit. And we're going to just put this over onto the stove. The stove for that element isn't turned on. Calm the fuck down. We're going to wash out that one because we can use it so that I can, like, when I wash it, I can, like, put my wandering Jews in there. And you're like, oh, that's kind of racist and offensive. It's a fucking plant. Christ. Google it. Google wandering Jew houseplant. I'm sure a lot of you already have billions of them. A friend of mine was nice enough to give me, because I've only got the purple ones, the green ones. I've only got the green ones. And a friend of mine was nice enough to give me some of his, like, purplish red ones, like 3 cuttings. So I've got those fuckers going. Like, I've just transplanted them into a pot, and I'm really excited for them to, like, turn into billions of them so that I can have trillions of them. Because I first got my Wandering Jew plants when I was, like, 12 years old, and I was, like, living in a group home. And this woman gave me, like, a little pot, like a little clay pot that only had 3 of them in there, and now I have fucking billions of them. Like, you cannot kill this plant. People who don't have green thumbs will love this plant because you literally cannot kill the plant. So I'm cooking the meat all the way through before we add it. And I'm going to turn up the heat a bit. I mean, this soup is going to cook for probably about, I don't know, 2 hours or so that all the flavor and all of that stuff gets in there. I'm probably going to boil it for the first hour to get the vegetables cooked, and then I'm going to simmer it for the last hour so that we can get the flavor of the meat, right? I don't know if that's how you're supposed to cook soups like this, but that's how I'm going to do it. Now, I am going to add a bouillon cube. One of these little fuckers. Can you see this? Yeah, you can see that. Because I want the soup to be a little darker. And when I add more water to the soup, it's not going to be... Like, could you imagine eating that? Like, that looks like nastiness. Like, that looks like a cube of feces, right? Like, it's a cube of feces. You're like, that's disgusting. You've just ruined any food appetites we might have... No one gives a fuck, Tubies. So, when I said at the beginning of this video that this is like the last cook... I don't have anything else to show you guys. Let's move you. So I don't have anything else, like, cooking-wise to show you people. So I'm probably not going to do another one of these because I'm fucking lazy, right? Like, I just don't give a fuck. And I've been kind of, like, looking on TikTok for, like, I don't know, just to see, like, what is the witchy community like on TikTok. And to be honest with you, the witchy community on TikTok is a fucking joke. It really is. And I was talking to Ember Honeyraven the other day, and I was saying to her, you know, I feel like I'm the last witch on YouTube. Obviously, there's other witches on YouTube, calm the fuck down. But she's like, oh, you kind of really are. Like, all the bigwigs have left. Like, if you think about it, Tequila's gone. But she did post on her Instagram or whatever, like, somebody was like, oh, do you do witchy shit anymore? And she's like, oh, I got some vlogs and some little tidbits that I'm gonna throw up. God knows when that shit's gonna come. But, like, Ember Honeyraven's been busy with moving and shit like that, and, like, she's getting, like, a new roof put on her place and all that fun stuff, and I don't know, it just kind of, like, feels like there's nobody new on YouTube. There's, like, right, like, all of you, like, not all of you, but some of you in my community, right, like, my little community here, you all be like, oh, I want to make videos, but I'm really afraid, and like the drama, and blah, blah. There's no fucking drama on YouTube. The only drama is on this channel. Like, calm the fuck down, people. I don't know what drama you're seeing on YouTube, but, like, if that's what's holding you back from making videos, then you need to grow the fuck up. Seriously, like grow the fuck up, hit the record button, and then fucking upload it, right? And like other people were like, oh, you know, I really want to make videos, but I don't have like editing software to do like fancy videos like you do. Like no one gives a fuck. Take out your fucking phone, record some witchy shit, go to YouTube, hit the upload button, and fucking boom, done. Right? Like, no one cares in the witchy community about the quality of your fucking videos as long as we can hear you and see if you're doing, like, if you're doing a demonstration, we want to be able to see it, right? So, like, obviously don't do a video in the complete dark where you're trying to show us something. Have some fucking light, right? Like, turn on a lamp or something. But your videos don't need to be fancy, and you don't need fancy video editing software and fancy cameras. Like, I'm recording this on my brand new iPhone 12 fucking Pro Max. Like, no one gives a fuck what your videos look like as long as we can hear you and see you and you're clear when you speak, right? I think what we need is we need more people in the witchcraft community fucking making videos, right? Like, that's what we need. I'm gonna move you back now because I think the meat is good enough, because remember, we're gonna be boiling this shit too. So let's get this over here, and let's start pulling out some of this meat. There's lots of bacon in there. Now, what I'll end up doing is keeping the grease in this pan, right? Like, in here, so that I can cook with it next time. Because it's cast iron, right? And you want those flavors, motherfucker. I had somebody message me on Facebook Messenger and be like, can you, like, not swear so much in your I was like, in my head, I thought to myself, I was like, bitch, get the fuck off my channel. But I never responded to that person's request, if you will. Because it's my channel, like, I'll do what I want. You're like, this is why you're not growing. This is why you get no new subscribers. Oh, YouTube paid me the other day, right? Like, can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, you can kind of see. YouTube paid me the other day. I got 136 Canadian dollars. Canadian money, right? Like, Canadian. You're like, can you not say Canadian that way? Like, that's offensive. Bitch, you're offensive. So I'm just gonna mix this around a bit so that we can get, like, all of this shit mixed together. Probably should have done this in 2 pots, but, like, whatever. That actually might be enough water in there. I'm gonna turn that off so that we don't burn ourselves. Right? Like, don't burn yourselves, tubies. Okay, who here knows what to do if you ever get a grease fire? Anybody? Anybody? No? If anybody in the comment section says to put water on a grease fire, motherfucker, I will cut you. I will come to your house and I will fucking cut you. Because that is not what you do. If you don't have a lid for your pot, you rip off the top of this and you dump the whole fucking thing onto the grease fire. Right? Like, y'all should know how to fucking be safe in your kitchen. And a lot of you fucking leave your candles burning overnight while you're sleeping or while you go to work or whatever. And, like, you're just asking for your house to be burnt down. I have a video coming on fire safety, motherfuckers. Oh, it was inspired by a Facebook video. You know how we do things, motherfuckers. Okay, let me move you. There we go. Okay, we're gonna add more salt. You're like, oh god, there's so much salt! Oh, shut the fuck up. Oh, we should probably take the lid off of that. Now, I did turn the heat off. I do know that much. Should I add more water? You know what, we're gonna add more water. We're gonna add 2 fucking cups of water. Why? Because I can. And I probably should. Do we need two? I think one's good enough. Where's a lid? Found it. There we go. So I'm gonna turn this up to about a 6. Again, I'm gonna let this boil. I don't know if I'm gonna let it boil for an hour, but I'm gonna let it boil for 45 minutes or so. I really want the vegetables to be cooked through. And then I'm going to let it simmer for an hour so that we get all the flavor and shit, right? And I'm gonna be around to stir it. And we're not gonna record it for that fucking long, Tubies. So I'm gonna be back when this shit is done. Okay, motherfucker? Bye-bye. Okay, it's been 26 hours and 35 minutes. You're like, oh, I don't think you should let a soup simmer for that. Motherfucker. Shut your lips. Oh, you can see that. Okay, good. Half the time when I prepare these things, you people can't see shit. So this boiled for, I'd say like 40 minutes or so. And then it just kind of simmered / gently boiled for another 40 minutes. So we're just going to put our soup in here. And you know that I don't take out the bay leaves because I'm pregnant. And when you're pregnant, you crave dirt. I don't know if you're craving dirt when you're pregnant, but if you are, girl, you got other problems going on. Maybe your pregnancy is just all over the place. Maybe you're just crazy. Maybe you should see a doctor and find out if craving dirt is okay. Don't Google it. Wikipedia will say you have cancer. And by Wikipedia, I mean WebMD. You can still see this, right? No, you can't. See, I told you, you can't see shit. You're like, why does your counter sound crunchy? Because it does, motherfucker. You got any more questions? No? Okay, good. So now, you know how we do things? We sample shit. I don't know if there's enough salt in this. You're like, there's enough salt. We've watched you put in so much salt. Mmm. Let's try this. Let's not burn ourselves, okay? Oh, motherfucker. Oh my god. Tubies. You need to make this for your family. Mmm. Mmm. It's so good. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's like an orgasm in my mouth. Mmm. Oh my god. That's some good pussy magic right there. Mm-hmm. Mmm. Oh my god, this is so good. I wish you could try this with me. I really do. It's so fucking amazing. Mmm. I have to say, this has been like my best creation ever. There's enough salt in here to kill a full-grown elephant. It's a little... It's not super salty. It's not so salty that you're like, oh my god, it's too salty. But the bouillon cube added enough salt, and then the amount of salt that I put in, plus what was already in the broth, just makes it, like, it enhances the flavor. It's enough salt to enhance the flavor, not overwhelm you. Plus you get those hints of pepper, and and the bacon is a maple flavor bacon. Maple flavor bacon. Let's learn how to fucking speak. And it doesn't overwhelm the flavor. It's just, it's perfect. Now, I did have to add about another 2 cups of water to this after I had let it boil. But oh my god, everything is just cooked to perfection, Tubies. Now, if I ever have another recipe that I want to share with you people, I'm sure I'll do another kitchen vlog, but I don't know when that will ever be. Because I've been just kind of pumping these out regularly, right? Like almost every Sunday. And I don't have anything to cook after this. Maybe we'll do like a butter chicken or something. I don't know. We'll see. Oh my god, this is so amazing, Tubies. You should just eat this. Make it and eat it, okay? I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you make this and maybe add a little less salt. But, I mean, it's not overly salty. It's salty, but it's not like, oh my god, salt! Right? It's just, in my mind, it's the perfect amount of salt, okay? And we got ourselves some salted crackers, so, you know. You're like, how much fucking salt do you need in your diet? A lot. Okay. I'm gonna go away now. Oh my god. This is so good. Again, I wish you people could be here to enjoy this with me. Oh my fucking god. It makes my panties moist. Okay? Moist panties. Work that pussy magic.